He's slowly climbing that gold per minute meter, 136 now. So.
Yeah, epic farm.
Yeah, 136 after 21 minutes.
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. And I mean, it's super hard to. That's why Sunrise was not picked until lately. Just simply because it's so hard to farm with him early on, and if you don't farm with him early on, he's practically useless. So, um, it's hard to farm with him, and I'm not blaming the player, Nilet. I mean, he can probably do much better, but in this game, he's having huge troubles, obviously. Um,
A little bit of free food here in the form of a
yeah.
wretched hag getting comboed upon by the 3 in weight. So I don't know, I think she needs a faster blink button.
Yeah, she definitely needs a faster blink button, but the point is just like Pebbles combos onto her, and then if anything touches her, she dies immediately. And we've seen that now a couple of times, Retching had
Well,
getting out of position.
we just saw it again now with Hellbringer going down, and Pebbles not even carrying here. He's just going to go right up to that Voodoo Jester, but it will be Black picking him up. Teleport right into that Thunderbringer, and now Pebbles just has to wait on cooldowns. A little bit of help coming out here from Flint Beastwood, but look at the body blocking going on with the Sandwraith. Does not matter. He will be going down, and now 2 very hurt heroes in the form of Sandwraith. Oh, what are you doing, Pebbles? He threw his teammate away, so to speak, and try to keep him alive after he used his homecoming stone. But look at that, Pebbles just barely about to get out of that with that portal stone, and it looks like Black is going to make it home after all. We still got another 28 seconds on the Thunderbringer, so no fear there at all. And little Richard Haig looking for a kill here, but she's going to run into Bombardier. She might be able to grab this kill. She does have her ult still, but no, she's going to run away into a Pebbles, but that's of course an illusion, so that's very situational. Did you see that? Oh, that was, never mind. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Bubbles picks up the kill. That was a little drawn out, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you obviously noticed that that Pebbles tossed his teammate while he had his homecoming stone activated. I think, I mean, the intention of the fault was right, like tossing your main carry away and sacrificing yourself basically. But in the end, they both got out, so that's better. And Sunrise dies. Everybody dies. It's just, I'm not saying this is a stomp, but it's pretty close to it. OK Gaming doing a super good job. Magnus throwing of an ultimate, which hits nobody.
You're definitely a little behind here, Luke. Even with
I was not.
Oh, you are. I'm at 24 minutes right now.
Okay.
But no, I mean, valid points brought up here. I mean, the Sandwraith got comboed upon really quickly, and it's just another kill to the coffers. Sandwraith's farm is now dropping 135 gold a second, but check out that Voodoo Jester sitting at 96 gold a minute, and that's not even the worst of it. Hellbringer is level 6 with 75 gold a minute. It looks like, despite the best efforts, no deny is going to go down up top on that top tower. And right now, I mean, what can we do? The biggest level they got is, of course, the Thunderbringer, but I'm not too sure he's going to be able to outfarm this really gank-heavy team they got going.
Yeah, especially Thunderbringer. I mean, he's got a lot of damage to offer, but like, look at Flint Beastwood. He's picked up his Jammer, his Bane already. He's pretty beefy. And then we see like Pebbles is generally, he's got a very, very good strength gain. So he's hard to take down. And as I said, those damage gankers, they lose viability the longer the game goes. And if they are so far ahead, that's just not good. And Thunderbringer dies. Pebbles is just, showing the class that he's got, is just, taking out the super squishy heroes extremely quickly.
Yeah, but that is, of course, what he excels at. Once he gets that portal key with his Striders, that's a lot of mobility he can afford. Couple that with, of course, Magnus, who can cover distances pretty quickly, and Bubbles with his Shell Surf, just, again, can cover them. But looks like Pebble's going to try to take on mid here. A little bit of a bombing run going down, but of course, oh wow, I was just talking about this Bubbles here, as he comes in to help clean up there as well. That's another kill to the coffer on that Sandwraith again. So 2-2-2 on Sandwraith, as he's had 2 back-to-back kills, and down goes the tower down south thanks to the Flint Beastwood, who's level 12, and he maxed out his Deadeye, so he's going to be outranging a lot of these towers very quickly here.
Yeah, and what the Legion basically can do now is They can just pressurize one lane with 4 heroes, or pick off somebody where Flip Beastwood is just changing lanes and pushing and pushing and pushing with his Geometer's Bane. And I mean, it works so well, and we've seen that 2 tower kills for them already. The top tower was taken exactly the same way, and there's not much they can do really about him right now, because just simply his Geometer's Bane at this point makes him so strong, and his farm, look at his farm right now. I always get mixed up. Okay, 350 gold per minute. He's got 2k gold, so he's probably gonna go for Frostwolf's gold next, and that would be so huge.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a big pickup for him. Down goes WoodooJester as he gets gangbanged right behind the tower. Tower going down as well, and now Flint is just back here on this bottom lane, pushing this lane right up to this tower. It's going to be very hard to kind of deflect this at this point, because we got everyone spread out. We got Haig and Hellbringer in the mid, and of course we got Sandwraith up top. Sandwraith, of course, gonna has that advantage of moving around the map in the blink of an eye. But this is a lot of farm being picked up now for Flint. As we said, he's now extended 360 gold a minute, nearly 150 creep kills. He's far and above everyone else in terms of farm at this point.
And most important about Sandwraith, you know, there's this general rule of thumb that you want a Helm of the Black Legion and a Mock Brilliance on Sandwraith by the 25-minute mark, and he doesn't even have the Helm of the Black Legion yet, so that's pretty bad. His farm is really devastating, and even if the Hellborn can really drag this game out any longer, much longer, I mean, they're gonna have a hard time coming back unless this game goes for like 90 minutes.
Well, I can't really vouch for that, but Pebbles going down in the mid, I guess he was a little too overconfident based upon some previous successes. Just jumps right in here. Out came Malphus. I think it's the first Malphus of the game, and they just comboed him down, but Hag did go down as well. And we got 3 heroes pushing this bottom tower as Pebbles just was that distraction in the mid. So this tower getting a lot of shots on it right now. It looks like they have retreated, but damage is being done across the board. And Pebbles, is that his first death? No, that's Pebbles' second death, but he's sitting at a 7-2-7 score. Hardly terrible.
Nah, definitely. Like, I mean, it's of course, you know, the death would probably a bit unnecessary, but you know, I mean, at this point you can't really blame him. He's done his job. Thus far he's done his job very well. He's just, you know, gone in on the squishies, killed him, and that took away a lot of pressure from Flint Beastwood, and we see it now. Frostburn, not Frostburn, but the Icebrand on the way, so the Frostwolf Skull is going to be his next pickup. And the longer, you know, Flint is just, he's going to be huge, and with the amount of initiation that they have, Flint can just very comfortably sit in the back and just DPS everybody down. So it's really going in the Legion's favor right now. Like, they are in the driver's seat, and they're going to have a hard time getting out of there.
Well, I don't think they want to get out of there, but just taking a quick look around, Pebbles has picked up his Warp Clef, so a Demonic Breastplate is probably in the works for him, and Bubbles has his own portal key, so he is going for a very mobile version of Bubbles, of course, throwing out the Shell Surf, and then you can go hide into your take cover. I guess it's your turtle shell, and then you can the turtle shell will negate all damage, and then you can use your portal key. So it's very hard to kill Pebbles or Bubbles if he does not want to be killed. But I mean, that's a lot of money also sunk into the mobility aspect. He looks like he has a great Arcana, so I do believe 3 great Arcanas turned into a Hellflower.
Yeah, definitely. The question is, the problem that I have with Hellflower in this case is that normally you want it to negate an item because it perplexes, obviously, and it just, you know, it just works so well against heroes like Solstier who are really relying on their BKB, and if you can get the Hellflower off before the BKB, that just gives you a lot of time to DPS him down. The only thing, I mean, it silences, so it works pretty well against Wretched Hack, so I'm not sure what else goes on, and WoodooJester.
Yeah, I'll tell you who goes on, WoodooJester, yeah.
But you know, it's not even worth commenting, because that's what we see when Pebbles now, look at the score, 827. That's the typical I want to be in this place Pebbles score. Like, that's exactly what Pebbles needs to be, that's exactly what he's designed for, and if he combos down somebody, that's the most normal thing in the world right now. They can't do anything about it. It's just really, really hard to stop a Pebbles when he's at that point.
Now, I'm not saying that Bubbles here is going to get a Hellflower, I'm just throwing out an idea there. I mean, Great Arcana is also used for a few other items, but I mean, just to touch upon it, a Hellflower might make a lot of sense based upon a Wretched Hag who can blink away, and of course the Sandwraith who can use his images to just get out of town, so to speak. So maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see what they are thinking. But Magmus is now picked up for the triple portal key combo. It does look like up top Voodoo Jester, who just died to that Pebbles, is now going to be dying to that Bubbles. So he has now completed the death cycle of the Pebbles.
Most definitely. It's just really hard to stay alive, especially also, like, as Wretched Hag dies. This Pebbles, holy shit. He's doing a very well job, but also the combination what I really like is Bombardier, because when the damage from Pebbles does not suffice, they always have like this ultimate that can just help Pebbles out if it is not enough. But right at this point, I think Pebbles can pretty much take on everybody on the enemy team.
Well, he can instigate anyone on the enemy team, yeah, for sure.
They're taking another tower. Is always a very good sign for when a team is really far behind. Is if they're losing towers left and right, left and right, left and right. And you know, Thunderbringer tried to go in on Flint Beastwood, but he just ports out and he's fine.
Yeah, knowing that the mini stun had already been used with the lightning bolt, he just got out of dodge, so to speak. But I don't think we've actually seen the Flint Beastwood really do too much other than just pushing that lane down south. Keeping the constant attention down south has allowed his team to push the top, and now it's probably going to allow the team to push the middle as well. So I mean, splitting up your forces like that is always, you know, it's a time-old tradition. Divide and conquer, right? So props to these guys for doing that.
Yeah, it's the idea is of I have a very strong team and I push one lane really hard, like I pressurize one lane really hard by just simply the presence of Pebbles, Bombardier, Magmus, and Bubbles. That really works out generally. And then you have one hero like who can put really good use to the farm, like Flint Beastwood can, and he just farms the lane and pushes it. And so the Hell are in a pretty bad spot because they can either they focus on the lane where the 4 other heroes are, and if they do that, they're gonna have a hard time going up against them because Pebbles they have clearly the advantage. Legion have clearly advantage. And if they do that, they lose a tower. If they distribute, attention to the tower, Flint Beastwood's got to back out and nothing, and nothing will happen. So it's really a win-win situation for the Legion, and it's quite a common practice actually, and I really like it, But it only works, of course, if you're largely ahead.
That napalm certainly does a lot of damage. I will say that. Out comes the combo on everyone. Down goes the Hag and the Voodoo Jester. Looks like another death being added there with Hellbringer. Sorry, I meant Hellbringer before. Now, obviously, he's dead. But that puts these guys in a big retreat. But Magmus getting a little too cocky as he goes down. I don't see that Thunderbringer as he gets baseballed, so to speak, with the Pebbles going down. And even the blink to the stun, that's going to be the first genocide of the game. And this is going to be at least a free tower, if not a base tower at this point. And I don't know where Pebbles is going. I wonder why he ran away.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the Hellborn could pay all the attention to those 4 heroes that were there around that lane. The problem was they can't do it right now because they're so far behind. And Flint, you could see him. He took his pistols and he walked very slowly and comfortably towards that middle lane. And when he arrived, he just picked up, that Thunderbringer, and in the end, it was all fine. They were all in a very safe spot throughout the entire conflict or fight. Even though Bubbles goes down now.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how Bubbles brought himself into that scenario, but he's definitely down for the count.
Yeah, but right now, look just simply at map control. Like the Legion had the whole Hellborn jungle warded. I mean, there was a ward on top of that hill, of that big hill here, in the Hellborn jungle, until recently, and they just have really offensive words. And what is Wretched Hag gonna do against Bubbles? Nothing.
What's he gonna do against Pebbles? Nothing.
Yeah, he just jumps on you, he kills you, and that's the problem. The time to beat the Pebbles is early game. If you don't beat him early game, it's gonna be really tough to go up against him.
Oh, Pebbles. Oh, you're not getting out of the homecoming stone there, but he has a little bit of support here. Bombardier and Magnus have shown up, so I mean, Hellborn are just kicking themselves in the pants. But that's just 2 kills in the last 30 seconds that Pebbles has picked up. It looks like they really want him. Sandray throwing out his ultimate, but he's gonna switch targets, pick up that Bombardier. I was wondering who